Hey everyone, follow along as I take Karen and Kelly through this intermediate Pilates Reformer workout. The girls will be using an arc barrel and 5-pound hand weights. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to help my channel out. Be on one blue spring. And then you're gonna lie down on your backs, but I want you to hold your head up in your hands. So first lie down, and then once you're down, go ahead and make sure you're not super stuck to your shoulder pads. Shimmy off of them a little bit, and just feet can be anywhere on the bar right now. And then hands behind the head like that, and just do some crunches. Just get the abs warmed up, the neck warmed up. Good. Just like that, inhaling at the bottom, exhaling up, keeping that tailbone heavy on the mat. And then I want you to curl up and stay. Now place your toes on the bar, and then you're going to be jumping off, so be very careful because it's obviously not a big platform to land on, so that's why your head's curled up, so you can see your bar. Go ahead and push off carefully and land softly. Out and in. Inhale, exhale. Is that weight okay? So you can get a soft landing basically? Good. Couple more. And last one, you're gonna end up running. So land right foot, and then the next time left foot. Good, nice soft landing, abs drawn in. If your neck is miserable being held up, you can always put it down. Just know that you won't be able to see your foot bar. So certainly know where it is in space. Breathing in and out, keeping those abs anchored down. Couple more. You're going to be landing narrow with legs together, both feet, and then when you push off, then go land wide next time. So press, and then wide, you got it. And just keep alternating, kind of like a jumping jack. Breathing, make sure not to hold your breath. Good, feel like you're pressing your kidneys down to the mat. Couple more. And then when you land together, the next time land both feet on the right side of the bar and then the left side of the bar. Good. Anchor those bottom ribs. Couple more. One more to each side. Last one, and then put your toes in the center, wrap them around like a bird on a perch, and just let your head come down, move out and in. Just to slow that heart rate down, relax your head, neck, and shoulders for 3 more. And 2 more. And last one. When you come all the way in, drop your knees to the right, head to the left. Gotta leave that one off. Another side. And I'm gonna put all springs on except for one for footwork, because I'm gonna give you guys some hand weights, 5-pound hand weights. And got them. I won't drop them on you. They are heavy. 5 pounds you wouldn't think is that heavy, but it's pretty heavy. So if it's too much, I have 2 pounds in the box, let me know. Elbows down just like that, knuckles up to the sky. You're gonna be on your heels, legs squeezed together, and you're gonna push out and punch up, and elbows come down as you come in. So as you're moving the arms and legs, notice the center of your body and the core of the body. Try to narrow it, kind of whittling your waist, sucking everything in, not just down, meaning like don't just press your belly down to your spine. Imagine like an apple core, and the whole entire core is just narrowing in. Inhale and exhale. Keep those legs squeezed together. Make sure that you're zipped up from your inner ankle bones all the way up to the groin. One more time, all the way out, slowly in. Very good. Now go to your toes, wrapping them around like a bird on a perch, ankles lifted. Press your arms up to the sky before you move the legs. From here, you're going to bicep curl, push away. Drop the heels, straighten the arms. Bend the arms, lift the heels. And then straighten the arms, come all the way in. So ankles up, push out. Bend and drop. Up, and then bend and come in. So you're doing a bicep curl with pretty much every movement, right? Or a movement of the arms. Elbows stay pointing up to the sky. That's all right. Up and in. Yep, yep. Good. Every movement has an arm movement or an elbow movement. When you come in, open those toes into Pilates V, arms up into a very long hug the tree, and then press away, open the arms, and close back. And inhale and exhale. Go slow enough to take that time out in space where you cinch the upper inner thighs together, you squeeze those pec muscles tight before you even lift the arms back up. Inhale and exhale. Squeeze and release. 3 more. Good. When you come in and the arms come up, go wide on those heels. Palms face your feet, arms are straight. You're going to bend the elbows as you push away. They go wide and out to the sides. And then you punch up as you come in. Wide and up. Inhaling and exhaling. So a lot of times adding the arms makes you forget about your core. So make sure you're thinking about those core muscles, because when you have your arms and legs moving, it's even more important to have that midline or center of the body engaged to stabilize the spine. Last couple. Good. And when you finish and come all the way in, straighten your legs on top of that bar, squeeze together, shimmy off your shoulder pads. Go ahead and just set one hand weight down, either on the mat or on the floor. The other hand weight is going to be held up in your hands, palms facing in. You're going to do a roll up, so curling as high as you feel like you can, and then rolling back down into position. Good. And if you hit the shoulder pads, just scoot off of them, or just stop right there and come back up. Good. Make sure you're resisting and rolling in both directions, but definitely curling down slow and controlled. Nice, guys. When you come up on this one, go ahead and stay up. So I want you guys to turn to the right side. You're going to take your hand weights and set them on the wooden platform for now. Turn your whole body to the right side, long edge of your mat. And then let's switch to one red spring. And potentially you will need a sticky pad under you because you're going to be laying on your back facing the way you're currently facing. And sometimes it's nice to have a pad under so you're not slippery, especially this mat can be really slippery. And you're going to be about in the center of the mat. Once you're seated, put the long or short loop, I like long loop, that's what I do, on your right thigh, so just barely above your knee. And then you're going to scoot all the way to the front of the frame and lay down on your back. Head is going to be curled up, hands behind the head. If you need a magic circle to help you support your head, you can. Just be careful of each other. Yep. So now you're going to close those knees to start with and feel that pull. And then let's just keep the feet together and open and close those knees. You're going to keep that head curled up, looking at your navel. And open and close and tell me if it's too heavy, if we need to go a little lighter. Do we, for your hip, a little lighter?
Well, I'm
cockeyed?
Yeah.
Okay, let's
Yeah,
go.
that matters.
Yeah. Oh, you got a green on too. That's why. Yeah, try this. Is that better? Okay. So exhale, squeeze, just like that. Last 3 and 2. Now close those knees. You're going to extend your spine backwards. Hands support your neck. Be careful, but go as low as you feel like you can. And then crunch up, keeping the knees as closed as you can. I know that's hard, but that's the goal or the point, to get those inner thighs to activate and work. Just like that. Last 2. Last 1. Stay curled up. Open your knees, go backwards. As you close the knees, crunch up. As you open the knees, go down. 2. Exhale, 3. And 4. One more time. Very good. Rest your head, hang it back, pull your knees in towards you to relax your hips and low back. Take a couple big deep breaths. Keep your knees curled in, curl your head up, hands go behind the head, legs straighten up to the sky. Open your legs wide, then cross them, right one going above the left. And then the next time it'll go below the left leg. And the next time above. Exhale, pull. One more below. And then hang back. Be careful of the person in front of you, but you can put your feet down if that feels like a good stretch for your hips. There you go, you got it. I know, right? And stretch and breathe. And then keep those feet down, or maybe lift your left leg and grab it if it helps you to curl all the way up to sitting, but you're gonna curl on up. You're gonna take that strap off your leg and hang it up. Good. So lower your headrests down. Maybe you don't need your sticky pads, so maybe just set them aside for now or hang them on your foot bar or whatever you want to do. And then sit to face your tower. Ankles can be crossed over the headrest or they can be next to each other. Make sure you have a hand width behind your bottom and then grab those long straps. And we're still on one red, but tell me if that's too heavy for the arms. So go ahead and curl back, pull the fists in. Stay back there, open your arms. Flip your palms to face back, dive your head to your knees, rowing 1. Circle them up and down and around and stack. 2 more times like this. Curl back, pull in. Open, flip. Dive. Yep, stretching through those shoulders. 1 more time like this. Curl back, pull in, flip. Dive and reach behind you. Big circle, butterfly stroke around. And lift, arms up at 90 degrees. We're gonna do 3 of this rowing 2. Hinge back with a straight spine looking up at the ceiling. Open up that chest a little bit more, both of you. And then reach up and throw a basketball behind you. And then circle your arms down to the floor as you dive your head to your knees. Hands go back and up and over. Arms at 90 degrees. Squeeze your butt, straighten up your spine and hinge. Reach back, inhale. Dive forward, exhale. Inhale, the arms go down. Exhale them around. Arms up at 90. 1 last one. And reach. And dive. Good. And around. When your hands meet your feet, hang up the right handle, and I'm going to give you a hand weight to put through the shorter loop of that double loop. Once you've got it in there, hands are holding on to that weight, and I want you guys to just reach your arms out to straight. So the tops of your shoulders are going to be working hard just to hold here. You're going to contract your deep low abs and curl down as low as you feel like you can. And then you're going to go all the way back up, controlling your movement because you do have your foot bar behind your head, so be careful how fast you go so that the carriage gets to go with you. Beautiful. And up. 3 more like this. Last 2. Good. And 1 more, rolling down and slowly rolling up. And then I want you to curl part way down, arms still reaching out in front of you. Hold an ab curl. Bicep curl those arms. Pull in. Exhale for 5 and 4. Slowly on the release. 3, 2, and 1. Sit tall. If you've slid forward, definitely go back. Make sure you only have a hand width behind you. Arms reach out. You're going to pull in, squeeze the shoulder blades. So it's a row, pulling straight in, elbows going wide, just like that. Feel the gliding of the shoulder blades along the rib cage. One more. Beautiful. You're going to hang up that strap. We're going to do all of those same things with the other strap, just so you have that even pull. So same hand weight, and then you're going to, grab the other rope, other strap, and put it in the short loop. Arms straight out in front of you. You're going to curl down and back with arms straight. So start at the top, grow tall, take an inhale. As you exhale, contract your deep low abs and curl back, and then roll up when you get to your low point, whatever that is for you. Good. If you need to, press your feet against the shoulder pads to help you stabilize so your legs don't lift. Good. Make sure that you're rolling from your tail, but now to come up, you're rolling through your head. Yep, and chest. Good. Look at you leaning off onto your left side. Do you feel that? When you start to go back, your pelvis is going dook. So first of all, start at the top for a second for me. Straighten up and lift your left, like feel like you're creating space through here because you're shortened in that side, it looks like. And now try to think center, whatever you need to, even if it's this spring and you need to just kind of follow your body along. There you go. And then roll back up, engaging. So you're a little overcompensating, but do one more for me. I can see it's better. Don't compensate too much. And then, there you go, better. All right, guys, partial ab curl, so go down part way. Bicep curl those arms for 5. Exhale, pull 4. You guys okay with this weight still, the 5 pounds? Good. And 2. And 1. And then straighten those arms, and then curl up. And then you're going to do your sitting tall row, but you want to scoot back, so you want to have some more range. Sometimes those other ones make us slide, but pull and squeeze the shoulder blades and release. Elbows going wide apart. Good. Good. 1 more. And then you're going to detach that weight from the strap. Hang up the strap for a moment while you put your weight away, and you may need your sticky pad. We'll do the laying down stuff perpendicular here. Yeah.
Thank you.
So once you got your sticky pad where you want it, put that strap over your thigh. I like the long strap, but you can always use the short if you want it heavier. And then scoot your bum way far forward on the frame and lay down. You should be approximately in the middle of the mat, unless you found on the other side that was too heavy, then scoot towards your shoulder pads. Hands behind your head, curl your head up, legs up in a chair position. Just be aware of the person in front of you. So you're gonna open and close your knees, keeping your head curled up to start. Getting used to this weight and this motion. Now, if this side feels different and we need to go lighter, let me know. But really press those kidneys down, curl that head up high, support your head with your hands or your neck with your hands. Good, last one. Close the knees, lower your head down. Let yourself stretch just a moment, but then we're going to be doing these crunch ups. So close the knees, keep them closed, and crunch up and then arch down. Exhale and inhale, just like that, moving nice and slow so you don't torque anything. Going only as far back as feels safe to you. Last one. When you go back, stay there for me. Open up those knees. As you close them, crunch up. And open, go down. Close and crunch. And down. Good. 3. Exhale up, 2. And 1. Rest your head, pull your legs in to relax your hips and low back. And as long as your neck feels okay, let it hang. Take some big deep breaths. Now use your hands on your legs to curl your head up, right? And then once you're curled up, the hands can go behind you, legs go straight up to the sky. Open, cross the left leg on top of the right, and then the next time it goes underneath. Good. Press your kidneys down to the mat. Try to get your head and chest curled up as high as you can. Exhale when you pull on the strap. And last one. And then hug your knees in. You can let your head hang unless you want to look at the person in front of you to make sure you don't kick them when you put your feet down, but it's up to you. Just be careful. Keep your feet close to your machine. And you can arch back if that feels good to you. Excellent. So you're going to curl all the way up. Take your foot out of, or leg out of the strap and hang it up. And then I'm giving you guys a barrel. Well, core work makes you hot. So you are going to have a barrel next to you. And actually, yeah, no, this should work. If we find you don't have room, I might end up moving you guys over this way. But first thing you're going to do, actually, let's turn it so that it's like this, yeah? And then grab your hand weights. Good. Stand behind it on my side, facing the barrel. Hand weights in hand. Good. So you're going to be, just let your arms hang for right now. You're going to put your right foot on top. You're going to lunge down, both knees bend, the back one especially, and then up and off. And we'll be alternating. This could slip and slide on here, so you have to be so careful and controlled that you don't let it slip. Yep. Are you okay, Kelly, in that smushed in that corner? Okay. Good, just like that. So feel those core muscles helping you to stay tall and lifted. Using those weights to help you balance. One more on the left. Good. Rise on up. Woo! Go ahead and stand on top, feet wide. Yep. So you're going to be squatting down, bicep curl, straightening the arms as you rise up. Keep the chest lifted and open, even when you squat down. Good. Exhaling and inhaling, 6, 2 more for 8. Good. Now put one hand weight down on the mat. Take your right foot into the center of that arc barrel and the left foot down to the floor. Good. So make sure that left foot is way far behind you. You're going to be doing a lunge and you're going to be passing the weight through, and I'll talk you through what I mean. So go ahead and lunge down, hold. Get that hand weight into the other hand, bend your elbow, and then punch up, straighten up. And lunge down and pass it underneath, and then punch up. Good. Keep your head and chest high. Your back heel lifts off when you lunge. Good. One more. and punch up. Good. Step to the floor, and you get to do this on the other leg. So the foot comes forward, and let's put the hand weight in your right hand to start with since your left foot is forward. Lunge down, cross underneath, punch up when you straighten up, go down, cross and hand that weight to the other hand, and punch up, straighten up, and down. This makes you hold your lunge a little bit longer, right? And down and through and up. Good. Down, through, and up. Keep going. One more set. And down and through and up. Good. Set your hand weight down on your mat for just a moment. I'd like you to turn your arc barrel upside down, and I'd like you to, yeah, exactly. So the way Karen has it, where it's long ways in between, because you're going to be standing on the frame. Now, I will say yours is a little bit nicer, Karen, because of the flat edge. Yours is not as comfortable on the feet, Kelly, so just be careful. So what you have to do is step on one side. First of all, you're going to be needing your hand weights. Step on one side of that barrel to get it anchored to the floor so that you can get your other foot up. And yes, hold on to whatever you need to, and I'll be able to hand you your weights when we get to that. So what you're going to do, yep, and so then you're going to balance there.
That's hard.
It is hard. Are you okay with your feet? I know that one's not as comfortable. Okay. So try to balance here. Try to straighten up, look out in front of you, soft knees, abs drawn in. Now I know you don't have a lot of space, so I want you to be really careful, but you're actually going to be shifting your weight. Well, we won't even use the hand weights. I had planned it, but we'll wait till after. So just alternate side to side, just like that. I used to do these all the time, and I had forgotten about these ones until just the other day. I was like, oh. But I think because I don't do it often because I only have 2 of these barrels.
This is pretty fun.
It is fun.
Hitting the window seal.
I know, I can see, and then the machine, but you're doing good. So when you stabilize and come to neutral, try to keep this as level and neutral as you can and go into your squat. Hands can go whatever way they help you. So I always reach them out in front of me, kind of a prayer position, and then come up just like that. Try to use those core muscles to stabilize. I know, right? Find maybe a spot above the mirrors to look at. Good. Do 3 more. And 2. And 1. Very good. Now you got to carefully come off, right? So you got to angle it on one side to get one foot off, and then you can get your other foot off. Good. Nice. Turn those back around, and let's do them sideways so that they're wide on the floor so that you have room to stand. Grab your hand weights. Good. And step right up on top. Feet are in a hip distant apart position. Excellent. So first I want you to soften the knees, draw the belly in, shoulders roll down and back. And then from here, bend your elbows. You're going to punch up and down. Just keep the knees soft, no, not a squat, just a softening. Up and down. Breathing in and out. Last 3. And 2. And 1. Now you're going to hinge forward, tricep press. Squeeze the back of the arms, belly drawn in. So this is what I was going to make you do up on the barrel, and I was like, maybe not. Not today. Next time. Make sure you're not swinging those arms, but you're controlling your movement to the back and to the front because you don't want to strain the elbow. Go nice and slow and controlled. Hold those arms behind you, pulse them up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then stand tall, hang the arms, roll those shoulders up, back and down a couple times. Good. And then front to raise. So go ahead and raise both arms up and down, but keep those arm bones integrated into the shoulder sockets Abs drawn in, tailbone heavy towards the floor, and knees soft. Almost a mini squatted position you may feel with the knees softening just so that they don't hyperextend. Good. Last two. Final one. And down. Very good. I want you to walk your toes backwards so your toes are on the apex or the top of the arc and your heels are kind of hanging down, almost like you're trying to give yourself a calf stretch, but we're going to be doing releve heel lowers or calf raises. So from here, both arms go back up, heels come down, arms come down. Heels lift, arms lift, everything lowers. So make sure those toes are spread so you have a good platform of the ball of the foot. Good, last one. Beautiful, and then lower those heels down. All right, so I want you guys to have your right foot on top of that barrel again, and left foot way far back behind you. All right, so straighten up both legs, and then you're gonna do kind of like a deadlift position, right? So you guys know what that is, where you're just hinging in straight spine, so no rounded back. So make sure it stays straight, you're sticking your butt out. So just hinge here several times back and forth. I like my arms to float forward and kind of hang, but that doesn't allow me, I don't allow that to cause my back to round. So I just hinge and then pick myself up. And I'm feeling like I'm picking myself up with that front hamstring. Does that make sense? Good, chest open. Yes, almost like those weights are reaching down towards your shin and then back up. Good, one more time. When you stand up, bend your front knee, but keep the back leg straight. We're gonna get ready to pick up that back leg into an arabesque, so make sure the platform of your foot is spread well. And then pick up that leg, arms will hang, but spine is straight. If you need your foot to stay on the floor, keep it on the floor. Try to balance here, abs drawn in, and stay right there where you are with the leg lifted if you can. If not, just keep your tippy toes on the ground. Straighten your spine, look out in front of you, hold and balance. When I tell you to put the foot on the floor, you're gonna softly put it down on the floor and then stand up. Go ahead and do it. Yep. Other foot on the barrel, legs are straight, but that back leg is pretty far so that you're really focused on the front hamstring. So you're gonna hinge, arms kind of just float. And lift. Lift your straight back. Keep your chest open. Feel like you're lifting with that back hamstring. That is hopefully going to help support you a little bit when we do the arabesque. Just like that. Good. Don't let those shoulders round. Keep them open when you go forward. Yeah. Maybe look straight out in front of you. See if that helps. Yeah, I like that better. Last two. Last one. Foot staying on top of the arc, chest is high. Bend the front leg so that you can get ready to extend it as you pick up your back leg. Arms can hang forward. They can be wherever you want. I like mine reaching forward to help me balance, but I also integrate my arm bones and squeeze my shoulder blades together a little bit. And hold and balance in this arabesque. Abs drawn in. You can lower your torso as low as you want and lift your leg as high as you want to, but you've got to balance, so be careful. And breathe. That's all right. It's okay. It's hard up on the barrel. And then softly put your foot down when you rise up. Good job. All right, girls, go ahead and set your hand weights down for me onto maybe the box, the long box over there. And then let's pull the bins out from underneath. I'd like you, I'm gonna keep you on the one red. So take your arc barrel and put it inside the well underneath.
This way or that way?
So it's gonna go, yeah, sideways once you get it under there. It's kind of, yeah, like so. Good. And I can't tell you how far away to have it, but what you're going to do is stand up on it and be able to bend over and reach for your shoulder pads. Yeah. And let's do feet sit bone distance apart. That'll help your balance. And then bend over just like Karen's doing, hands are on there. And although you can kind of rest your wrists a little bit on, don't break too much at the wrists, have those fingers kind of long. Now before we move and pull the carriage, I want you to round your back like a scared cat, tuck that tail under, almost like you're trying to get your pelvis to be upright, as though you were standing, and the only thing rounded is from your belly button and above, kind of like an elephant. Now inhale, exhale, lift and round higher, pull the carriage towards your legs. Keep your head tucked under. Feel like your armpit muscles, your abs, your ribs are pulling. Exactly. Feel a little shift up when you pull. Yes, and release, just like that. Let that head drop down, looking towards your thighs. Good. There you go. Exhale. Last 3, 2, and 1. Good. So I need you to step forward off the barrel so you can kick it back behind you. I'm just going to move that strap for you. Yep, and it's going to go probably all the way to the back of wherever, as far as it'll go. Yeah? Good. And then I want you to step back onto it. Good. And hands on top of those shoulder pads. Reaching, there you go. Now, you're going to start rounded like elephant, and then you're going to shift forward into a plank. Good. And then leading with your tail, push backwards, back into your elephant. Tuck and scoop and round. Good. Go out into your plank, kind of leading with the head, lengthening the spine, and then tuck and curl and round and lean your hips towards your feet. And again, shift forward. Think up stretch, right? Think of that sort of undulating of the spine that you do when you go forward and back, kind of revolving the hips a little bit in sort of a circular pattern. Yeah. Good. Last one. When you shift your weight back over your heels, stay, but turn into a very narrow Pilates V and be able to go on tippy toes. Now, if you hate your hands being on your shoulder pads, you can always put them down on the flat part of the mat, but you're going to shift forward into a plank position. Hold plank, squeeze your butt tight, and maybe if you need to, walk your feet backwards, but you're going to do push-ups. Lower down, bending the elbows, and up. Elbows staying as narrow as they can, just like that. Good. Lift your head, Kelly, just a little. Tuck your tail just a little more. There you go. Yes. 3, and 2, and 1. Push your hips over your heels. Stretch back, almost like a downward dog. Give yourself a good stretch. Hang your head through your chest. Hang your head and chest through your arms. Excellent. So widen your feet on your barrel, and then can you both squat down and hold on to the pegs? Can you reach them okay? But keep your hips in the air a little bit. Like you're in a squat, but you're not dumped down to your heels. Now pull, exhale, pull. Is that too much of a reach, or can we manage it? Okay. So sit your weight back towards your heels. Keep your spine straight, shoulder blades squeezed together, tail sticks out, just like that. Elbows coming towards the knees. Belly pulled in and up for 4. Exhale, 3, and 2, and final 1. Good. Release it. Woo! Carefully come off. It did pull you off. And then carefully come out from there. Good. All right, so you guys can leave everything where it is. I want you on, let's do a red and a blue. And if you like your head rest up, you can certainly put it up. We're going to do feet and straps. So let's do long, even though that's not the classical position. So headrest can be up for now until we get to short spine, but for right now, keep it wherever you're comfortable. And then start with legs, heels together, toes apart. and just below the center of the ceiling so that you can get your tailbone to meet the mat, and then from there lower down, but don't let your back arch or your belly pop up, and then hinge back up. Inhale in one direction, usually on the down. Exhale to lift. Good. And
Kinked.
you are kinked.
I'm telling you, it's bad.
Yeah. I feel like, though, almost, it doesn't, I'm not saying it's not coming from your hip. I feel like it's coming from your spine, from your lumbar spine. And therefore, maybe psoas, is off pulling.
Now it's going all the way to my knee.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Ugh. Keep length through that left side. Do the straps feel uneven, or does it just feel like it's
They
you?
feel uneven, but I think it's me.
Yeah. When you girls lift up, open into circles. Connect at the bottom before you lift. Squeeze and then lift, just like that. One more time, all the way around. I didn't count, so I have no idea what kind of number that was, but you're going to reverse at the top for approximately 8 repetitions, down, around, and up. Aim your left sit bone towards the foot bar. There you go. Yep. Now that looks way better.
It feels so weird.
Do one more. Good. Bend into frog and out and in you go. Squeeze and release. Knees just going wide, or barely as wide as the ropes, or barely wider than the ropes. Feel those upper inner thighs squeezing as you straighten, and hips releasing when you bend in. Bend into a frog, lower your headrest down, shimmy off your shoulder pads if you need to. And I want to take a really nice, slow, stretchy, short spine. So hands down by your sides, press your legs to straight, push and peel up and over until your carriage meets the bumper. Bend those knees and then drip down the spine, bone by bone. You can take your feet with you, or you can leave them up to lengthen the hamstrings on your way down. Do whatever pattern feels best to you, and then do it again. That was a perfect roll down. Do that again. So feel like you're stretching your spine on the way down, and try to feel that you're evenly lengthening both sides of the waist on the way down. Good. And if you go too fast, you can't feel that. So this is a good pace, just like that. Do 2 more. Exhaling and inhaling, knees towards shoulder pads, and then exhale, melt down. Yes, feel the reach of the spine as it's lowering, all the way to tailbone, and then out and up and over. Last one. And dripping down. Nice, you two. Perfect. Good job. When you're down, straighten your legs up and give yourself a double hamstring stretch. Just pull on those ropes, aim your tailbone down, even if it lifts off a little bit while you pull the legs towards your face. Be careful of each other as you go into a wide stretch. And then do you both know what happy baby is in yoga?
I've heard of that.
Yeah, so actually knees go wide like that, but feet are up, and you can hold on to the ropes or your feet, and you kind of pull your feet up, the soles of your feet up to the sky, but knees down on either side of your armpits, and just stretch that way. Try to get an open hip stretch. Opening up the sits bones, opening up those hips, just like that. And then go ahead and one more time straighten the legs up for your hamstring stretch. Last one here before we come up and do some side stuff, side stretches. Beautiful. Take your feet out carefully, bring that carriage in. And then when you come up, be on one red, and both of you need to lower your bar one notch to low bar position. Nice. And then let's sit to face Kelly's side of the room. Fourth position with the legs. And then right hand on the bar, in line with or in front of your shoulder, left arm reaching. Now before you side over, aim your left tailbone or sit bone down to the mat and try to maintain that connection as best you can when you push away. And you bend over and lift up, inhale. Exhale over. Inhale, lift. 2 more. Dropping that right shoulder down and back. Stay over on this last one. Rotate and face down. Widen your hands, get your head and chest low through your arms and hang there for just a moment. Maybe even let's shrug the shoulders up and down a couple times just to get you having the shoulders away from your ears. Now keep them down away from your ears. Rise up with straight arms. I said that like I'm from New Hampshire. And lower down. And again, up. We don't say our R's. And down. And up. Nice, you too. And stay down. Slide your right hand into the center. Left hand peels towards the mirrors and then off and overhead. Twist to the left. Grow tall as you twist. And then flip around to the other side. And push away, making sure you keep connection with that right sit bone as close to the mat as possible. And then back up. Good. On this next one, you're going to stay over for me. Rotate and face down. Stay there with wide hands. Push far away and get low. Then do a few shoulder shrugs just to feel like you can integrate those shoulders or those arm bones into the body and keep them low and rise up into a swan position. Inhale, softening the shoulders. Exhale, lower down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you lower. Let's do 2 more. Good. Let the head just float up and down one more time for me. When you're down, stay low. Left hand slides into the center, right hand off and overhead. Peel back up and then twist towards the tower. Grow tall as you twist. So would a piriformis stretch feel better or an Eve's lunge?
Piriformis is always what I need.
Yeah,
But
Okay,
probably.
let's do it. So sit to face with your feet on the floor to face that side of the room, ankle over top. Grow tall first and then hinge forward like you're bringing your belly to your thigh. Then if you want to curl more, you can. Breathe deeply. Take a couple more big deep breaths. You can flex your foot if it bothers your knee to keep it pointed. And then you're going to rise up and switch legs. You can stay still. Yeah, you can. Now grow tall first. Remember, we want to hinge, so we're getting a hinge through the pelvis. And then when you want to curl the upper spine, you can if need be. But just stick your tail out behind you and breathe deeply. 2 more big deep breaths. And then curl up the spine, place your feet wide on the floor. Go ahead and bring your hands behind your back, open up your chest and stretch. And then you're going to hinge forward, keeping your hands clasped behind you. Hinge forward, arms lift. Keep your head towards the floor, but hands come outside or inside the legs and to the floor. So unclasp them and bring them down. Hang maybe through your legs if that's comfortable. Nod your head yes and no a few times if that feels good to your neck. Now, as you're bent forward, just kind of notice where the spine is and how the tailbone is likely lifted off the mat, which is fine, but you to curl slowly up, just like you curled slowly on the short spine. Curl slowly up, building your bones one at a time on top of the other, like you're stacking building blocks. Peeling up, growing tall, and as you do, then inhale the arms out to the side and overhead. And then hands come down in prayer position in front of you, and then clasp them or keep them really tight together as you finish and stand up. And you did it.